welcome back to our channel. Today's vlog is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to do it solo because Katie's going away this week. So she's like packing today and her partner are going to Cannes. So I thought we'd mix it up. And I originally wanted to do like a sit down video all about my endometriosis journey. But I wasn't sure if people would want to see that or not. So instead of making like a sit down video, I thought I'd just talk about like my health routines, I guess, as well as like my journey with it. Like as a vlog, like as I get ready, when I come home from work, just over the next 2 days, like just chat about it. And I put on Instagram if anyone has any questions about it. So I'm going to answer like commonly asked questions about all of my health issues and things and my journey with endometriosis, like while vlogging, I guess. Like, so we're just going to chat. It's going to be a chatty vlog. I'm going to talk about my journey. First, we're going to have breakfast. I'm going to have a protein shake. I'm going to start there. I'm feeling really tired though. I guess what started this vlog is it's been over 6 months since my surgery. So this was meant to be like a 6-month check-in video, which it still can be. This is like 6 months. It's actually been like 7 months now. 6-month post-surgery check-in on how I'm doing, what I've been noticing. And I guess the first thing I just say is I am just so tired, like all the time. And I know for me, I haven't been sleeping enough. Like I just haven't been getting to bed early. And I just find I'm just really fatigued, like my hormones and everything. So for those that don't know, I have PMOS, which is polyendocrine metabolic syndrome. And I also have adenomyosis and endometriosis. So I was diagnosed with endometriosis in January because I had surgery. I had like 4 incisions and everything. And yeah, since my surgery, it took me a long recovery. Like my recovery was definitely like not easy. I had 3 weeks off work, and then, even when I returned to work, I couldn't walk properly. I have stage 2 endometriosis, so it was found in 2 places, behind my left ovary and my rectum. And recently, like I was doing a lot better with like pain and stuff, but recently I can kind of feel the scar tissue a little bit sometimes. Like every once in a while I'll bend over and my belly button, I'll kind of feel like it just feels a bit funny sometimes, like just a bit sensitive. And I think it's because I'm tired and I'm not getting enough sleep. Like I'm on average getting maybe 7 hours. It's like between last night I got 6 hours and 55 minutes, 7.5 hours. So I really need to focus on my sleep. I think for me, I'm just so fatigued at the end of the day that I just kind of like procrastinate sleep, which is not good. So yeah, let me just run this. I'm waking up quite fatigued, but I think getting enough sleep would help with that. But yeah, like I'm still can't wear, like I found after my surgery, I had a lot of inflammation. A lot of like my lymph system just swelled up, and a lot of that bloating and swelling is going down, but there's still a lot of pants and things. Like I can't wear jeans that button up, or I have these really nice work pants and they fit and I can do them up. But then if I were to sit, they would like really dig into my belly button where those scars are. That would be really uncomfortable. I'm dressed. I need to do my hair and makeup, but I thought I'd show you. I'm taking my supplements. I already took my cold and flu strike from Herbs of Gold, my neck, which is helping with my endometriosis pain, which I can explain more later. And I take CoQ10 or ubiquinol. Now I'm using my doTERRA hormone kit, and I'm using these veggie caps. There's the hormone kit, and I'm putting Revitazine, thyme, and clary sage, so in a veggie cap. Revitazine is their new blend that's really good for detoxification pathways. So it's really good at helping with digestion. With like for hormones to be able to clear, you need to be doing number 2s. You need to be pooping. So I put 1 drop of Revitazine. Thyme is really good for, thyme and clary sage are really good for clearing excess hormones. So like estrogen, testosterone, free androgens and whatnot. And clary sage also supports mood. So then this is in the hormone bundle, and it comes with free veggie caps. The idea is you take the essential oils internally through the veggie cap, through my digestive tract. So I just put that together, put 1 drop of each in this little capsule, clip it together. Then I take the capsule. And then clary sage is also good for period cramps to apply on the abdomen. So as you know, we partner with doTERRA. So if you are someone that needs help there with your hormones, you're interested in the hormone kit, it is 25% off for the month of August. And this is the hormone kits they came out with at convention. So I picked mine up at convention. It's a limited time. If it isn't super popular and heaps of people don't get it, this is a limited time only. So if you think you're interested, DM us on Instagram or comment down below in this video. And I'll also put the link specifically to the hormone kits and just a link to Shop doTERRA if you're interested. So yeah, we'd love to chat to you if you are someone that, wants support with your hormones. I use Shinrin Yaku at night and it was amazing. So now I'm going to do my hair and makeup and maybe chat to you a little bit more about things. Alrighty, I just put my hair in a ponytail. Don't know how I feel about it. I did get a haircut a few weeks ago and it's a bit shorter, so it's like a cute little pony. That's a bit curly, but we're gonna do my makeup now. With my endometriosis journey, since my surgery, fatigue has been a huge thing. My recovery has been so slow. Like, I think I've only just started gymming. Like, I was gymming pretty consistently, maybe the last like 2-3 months, but I still haven't been gymming like super consistently. Like, I still get so, like, especially the fatigue gets so in the way. Like, I'm really just trying to rest because when I'm lacking sleep, it just makes it really hard. When I'm lacking sleep, a lot of like the nerve endings in my pelvis like really hurt, and I've started seeing a pelvic floor physio, and she says like she reckons not all my pain is endo related. I also have adenomyosis, but when I had my surgery to help with pain, I got an IUD inserted. So for me, it was having between adenomyosis and endometriosis. They were like, we don't want to just leave your hormones like be. And I really had high levels of prolactin, so they're like, let's put an IUD in because that'll help, like, obviously it's artificial hormones, but they're like, it'll help the adenomyosis because it will control how much, like, inflammation and bleeding by delivering the hormones directly to it. And I'm someone that preaches holistic health, and I do think the pill is not good. Like, I honestly think the pill is what kind of like, doctors said to me, because I've always had irregular periods, that they reckon I've always had PMOS or PCOS. But I will say, I think the pill really just messed everything up for me. Like, messed up my metabolism. Ever since the pill, that's when like all my issues came about. So it really opened a can of worms for me. But I was on the pill before my surgery. I was seeing an endocrinologist for my PMOS, and they're basically like, yeah, like you need to be on something to control the prolactin levels. And they kind of told me it was like that, or they needed to do a biopsy to check I didn't get cancer every 6 months, because they're worried about basically wasn't getting a period, so they're worried about my endometrial lining getting thicker and thicker. And then that puts you at risk of like cervical cancer or ovarian cancer. And they're like, we don't want to do that. So they basically said like, you have to go on the pill or we have to do a biopsy every 6 months. And I was like, you know what, just put me on the pill, whatever. But I never want to do that again. So I was like, okay, I'll try the IUD, because compared to the pill, it's the best option. I really didn't want the endometriosis to grow back, because endometriosis is an estrogen-driven disease. So a lot of it is associated like with high levels of estrogen. And once you have those endometriosis lesions, and once they grow to a certain size, because they feed off of estrogen, and once they grow to a certain size, they start producing their own estrogen, which is how it can like take over your body and your system. So I wanted to make sure like, okay, if I go in the IUD, that'll use synthetic hormones delivered straight to my uterus to make sure I'm not producing excess estrogen. And that's why this hormone kit's really helping, because it's helping clear excess estrogen and it's helping control from an holistic end. So I'm very much the mindset of let's take care of things holistically, as well as like, using modern medicine and doing what the doctors have told me as advice. And I haven't had any issues with my IUD. I got it surgically inserted during my laparoscopy. Like, once they did the laparoscopy, they put the IUD in. It's never moved. The position's perfect. I haven't had any bad symptoms. I don't bleed at all. Like, I haven't had any bleeding since my surgery, so that means I don't get a period. I wasn't getting periods anyway, and if I did, it was like extremely painful. So really focusing on my supplementation routines to make sure that the endometriosis doesn't grow back, to keep my hormones at bay, and to help my energy levels. But my energy levels is the thing that's struggling, and like my whole body is just stiff and sore. And I have high levels of inflammation. So I do think this week I'm really going to prioritize sleep and really try to do some infrared saunas and things like that. I think I'm going to complete getting ready for work, and then I'll talk to you more when I get home from work, because I think I just need to lock in get ready because it's 7:11 and I think I'm gonna get an energy drink this morning because I'm so tired, and tonight we're gonna try and go to bed nice and early. So I'll talk to you later. Good morning, everybody. It is Tuesday morning. It is now 5:42. I woke up as you saw and had a little journaling session. Yesterday, I just did not talk to you when I got home from school because I couldn't string sentences together. I was so tired, but I got in bed at like 8. Fell asleep by 8:30, so I had an 8.5 hours sleep last night, which is just what I needed. So I'm still waking up, but I'm still feeling a bit more rejuvenated. So I thought I'd sip my tea and talk to you. But yeah, I feel like this video isn't what I wanted it to be because I just haven't had the brain space to chat. But I hope whatever I have told you so far has been. This is meant to be like my 6-month check-in. So I guess part of my 6-month check-in is that each morning I have my On Guard and lemon tea, which is good for like my immune system and my liver and my digestion. But each morning I wake up, it takes me a while to wake up, but I think I gain energy throughout the day, whereas I used to just be able to jump out of bed up and at 'em full of energy, whereas now it's like as I wake up I get more energy and then I usually like crash at the end of the day. But we're trying to change that. We're trying to focus on my insulin resistance and all sorts of things, taking all these supplements to help with my energy levels. So I talked to you about my belly button. When I did surgery, I did go through private health, so that's what a lot of people asked me on TikTok was how long did I have to wait. So I was in a lot of pain, like I said, like stabbing pain that was never went away every day. Like I was taking off work like once every 2 weeks, sometimes once a week. And that was even, I have a reduced workload at work too. I only work as a high school teacher 4 days, and then me and Katie do content every Wednesday. And I was only working like 3 days a week for a while there because even then like pain would strike on a Friday and I feel exhausted. So yeah, I went down the private route. I saw an endocrinologist for my PMOS through the public system. They tried to refer me to gynecology and they basically just kept rejecting my referral because I wasn't like needy enough. I didn't meet enough of the criteria apparently. So my doctor just went through the private system. So last year I was seen by a gynecologist in August. By September I had a follow-up appointment, and in September we scheduled my surgery for January. So it happened all within less than 6 months, which was incredible. And I went to Gold Coast Private Hospital, had all the best doctors, and it went really smoothly. And they removed all the endometriosis. They put an IUD in. Like I said, I haven't had any issues with the IUD. You know, part of me was like, oh, I don't really want anything, but they're like, that's gonna help your adenomyosis, that's gonna help your pain, see how it goes. And it's like in a couple of years I might get it taken out. But then I know fertility wise it's the better option because once you get it taken out, the hormones stop getting delivered to that area. It doesn't go through your bloodstream, so it's like the best option. Even with a holistic health mindset, it's like sometimes you do need to balance both. But like I said, I'm doing everything I can to clear excess estrogen and keep the excess estrogen away and balance my hormones and take care of my pelvic floor. And I've been going to see a pelvic floor physio as well. That's been really good. I think what I tried to say yesterday, and I just kind of, the conversation, I just said I'll talk to you later, but my pelvic floor physio reckons now a lot of my pelvic pain doesn't have to do with endo, and it has to do with how tight my pelvic floor is. So I've been working on like trying to release my pelvic floor, doing lots of exercise, stretch, but in the last 2 weeks I haven't been to the gym at all, so I'm hoping to go tomorrow morning. And now I'm gonna go make breakfast and then we can chat more after that. I'm gonna do my makeup like I did yesterday and talk to you a little bit. Actually, I'm gonna put you over here. I don't love my outfit this morning, but it's cold. So I think this is the best we're gonna do. But yeah, I thought I'd talk to you more about all the things. Yeah, so I thought about some things more things I wanted to share too. And when you have endometriosis or hormonal health issues, because like I said, I have endometriosis, PMOS, and adenomyosis. One main thing that I've really focused on, as you know, is like low tox living. So I use less minerals makeup because I'm just very mindful of everything I put on my skin to make sure I'm not harming like my body and my hormones. Like just control, and I feel better when I do it. Now I'm so used to not using any chemicals or anything. Now when I leave my house and I'm exposed to stuff like what other people are using and whatnot, I'm so sensitive to like perfume and scent and other things because I'm constantly just using like essential oils for perfume. This one's my favorite, Magnolia. Magnolia is actually really good for anxiety as well. Put that on there. And then at convention you got Citrus Bloom, which is my other favorite roller, which I love layering with Magnolia. It literally just smells like a little citrus garden party, because Magnolia is quite like a citrusy flower, and then Citrus Bloom is a blend, which I think it has Magnolia in it as well. It has orange, grapefruit, lavender, Magnolia, and Roman chamomile. Beautiful blend. Always making sure, yeah, like my deodorant, all my personal care products. Like if I was starting low tox to support my hormones, I'd start with all the stuff you put on your body, because a lot of phthalates, parabens can actually like contribute. And it's also like, I'm someone that used to get really upset when people told me that, and it's not your fault. Like if you use those things and you have endometriosis, it is like, don't take this out of context. These are the extra things you can do to support your body. I genuinely believe can help, you know, keep endo away and things like that. But just know that's not the sole cause of endo. Like we know endometriosis can happen for a whole host of reasons, and it's still being studied as to why, and it doesn't come down to one thing. Like it has to do with stress and imbalance of hormones and genetics and so many other things. But I think once you know what some of these chemicals can do, especially like parabens and phthalates can actually mimic estrogen in the body, and some of these plastics and things, you just want to stay away from it to protect yourself. So that's another big thing I wanted to share. Since all of that, those are the things I really focus on. I focus on smart supplementation, and yeah, and it's just, and these are the things like I haven't done all at once, like I've done over time. Yeah, on TikTok, I explained my hospital experience and seeing a pelvic floor physio. Like I'm doing so many things to support my body through this journey, and it takes time. And the one thing I want to say is absolutely nothing prepared me for the recovery. Like I was relieved just to know they removed it all, but like the actual surgery bit is one of the easiest bits, because you're high as a kite on drugs, not gonna lie, and you don't really, I felt a lot of pain when I woke up, and it was like, look, hospital it was a great experience, but yeah, I was really nauseous. I was really like unwell at times. Like I pretty much, like when the nurse was like, oh, can you stand up and walk when I need to go to the toilet, and I asked for help, she was like, oh wow, you didn't even need my help, you could like, she just made sure, because I had really low blood oxygen levels in hospital, so she just they wanted to monitor me using the bathroom, because they were worried if I stood up and I wasn't connected to oxygen, I was gonna pass out. So yeah, like things like that went really smooth in the hospital, where it's like I did way better than they thought, but then nothing prepares you for just afterwards. Like I think the hardest part of recovery especially is like once you have your 3 weeks at home, like you're only, like the doctors kind of say it should only take 2 weeks. For me it took 3 weeks, but the hardest part for me was like that in-between stage where you're better and you can resume to normal activities. Like at 6 weeks, after 3 weeks, I went back to work. After 6 weeks, I had a follow-up appointment and said, yep. When I went back to work, I could barely walk, so I had reduced capabilities. But then when I hit 6 weeks, they were like, no, you can resume to all normal activities. And I was like, there is no way I could resume to all normal activities at 6 weeks. Like I was still walking, but very slow. It's taken me 6 months to walk at a normal pace. And look, for every single woman is different, but that was the thing. It was like, because every single woman was different, nothing can compare you for what you go through. But now 6 months, I feel like I can walk at a normal pace. Yes, I said the fatigue's really bad, so I'm not gymming consistently in the last couple of weeks, But I do okay at work. Like, I do get really tired at the end of the day, but I can walk around and teach a class. Or if I need to sit down, I sit down, and that gets to be okay. Things like that I think, like, nothing can really prepare you for, but just have an open mind and just know, yeah, like, healing takes time. And yeah, I'm really happy though, pain-wise, I don't get much pelvic pain, or if I do, I make sure it could be just because my hips are tight, or I do my pelvic floor exercises, and then I'm like, okay, yep, once I do my pelvic floor exercises, I'm feeling a lot better. I do my stretches and stuff. I'm like, oh, okay, that's relieved some of the pressure. Or I know if I'm in pain, you know, it's like, oh, it's because I haven't moved, I haven't stretched, or if I do a lot of repetitive movements like standing and walking, if I do it a lot without stretching, I know that's going to aggravate my pelvis. So it's like things like that, but it's also now when I'm in pain, it's manageable. It maybe I'm only in pain for max 20 minutes to an hour. Whereas before I would be like out for the count for an entire day. So those are massive improvements of where I'm at, and I truly think it's the compounding effect of all the things I'm working on. I still want to gain and have actual energy to survive my day and to actually thrive and not just survive, but I'm really proud of how far I've come. Alrighty, so I'm gonna finish my makeup, and it's now like 7:21, so I need to leave to get to work. Kind of just took my time this morning. I needed that, and I did some business stuff. Like, I put some, me and Katie are doing through our doTERRA business. Our team is offering what's called the Wellness Business Immersion, so I put some questions in the chat. Because yesterday I just didn't have the brain capacity, so I listened to all the voice notes and stuff. So when you partner with us, if you're interested in doing the business with doTERRA, and you love wellness products and you want to earn an income, let us know. Because in our team, we offer so much coaching. Wider team members, like, we have some amazing, incredible team members that this is their full-time income, and they offer so much coaching, so much support. We'll support you with your social media and things. Cool that we're doing this wellness business immersion course. And like, you know, I put a voice note in direction with content, like, am I posting the right things, how to sell on social media and things like that. So really cool. So yeah, I'm going to finish. So I did that this morning. So I'm going to finish getting ready for work, and I reckon I'll wrap up this video. I'll start editing it when I get home and figure out what haven't I told you, what am I missing, and comment down below if there's any questions you have, anything else you want to know. I can put in future vlogs. I know this kind of vlog is a bit mishmashy, but I just wanted to share my story and document some of the things, because I know I filmed footage in other vlogs kind of doing updates, and some of those vlogs never showed the light of day. So if you have any questions about hormones, PMOS, endometriosis, how I got diagnosed, all the things, pop them down below or DM us. And yeah, I'll have to start editing this and figure out what haven't I explained yet, and then wrap up this video.